Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. So, I'm at work folding clothes. There was a video on YouTube. I'm actually on the end of my lunch break and I'm waiting for my client. So I'm just gonna fold these towels real quick. But there was a video that came up on YouTube with a popular influencer and it triggered me because he was speaking on coloring locks and color retouches. And my thing is, like, I'm a licensed professional. I'm a full-time hairstylist, and the primary thing I do is locks, and I do color on locks all the time. And so he said that you can't do color on locks because your hair will fall out and get damaged, and then that'll be the end, basically. And so when I looked at the video that he showed, I did see some issues. The first issue is, and hopefully I can make this quick. The first issue is when you're doing a red, you want to stay at orange. You don't want to dye it yellow, because when you're doing a red, the way that it stays a vivid red, and I can't focus on where I'm supposed to look, but the way you're supposed to do a vivid red is you're supposed to keep a base of orange in the hair, right? And okay, just a quick color theory. This is where a lot of people's hair starts at. And so when you're coloring a person's hair red, you're gonna lift it over here to orange. That's all you're gonna do, okay? In the video, it looked like it was lifted maybe up here, maybe a little lighter, maybe in between. And so when you get up to here, this is a really safe space for me to bleach the hair up to. I feel like the hair is still really strong up to here. When you get up to here, this is 10 and 11, maybe even a 9, but really 10 and 11. That's when you start to get dangerous. That's when it really depends on how healthy a person's hair is. It depends on their unique texture. This is when you start to get risky. If people's hair are breaking off down here, your technique has to be wrong, or you bleached on someone's hair that was already really damaged. So in the video I did see they went a little too light for that bright vivid red, that Cheeto red. They should have stayed at orange, and then you put the red on top and it just lasts forever. Like my client, maybe I'll put a picture of him. I just retouched his other color because those were pastel colors, and then I went and I put something slightly darker back on there the last time. But the last time I did his hair, I didn't have to touch up the red. The red was still there, like I put it on yesterday, because I didn't go above the gold. Shout out to Ariana in Tucson, at the lock shop in Tucson. She's the first person I believe who told me that. She was like, when you're doing reds, they're easy. Just, you know, go to the orange and then pop the red on. And so that's a pro tip for that person in that video. But even the yellow that she did, his hair should not be breaking off. It's really important for people to invest in your education past the cosmetology license, rather than saying, oh, it can't be done, it's impossible. Just pay for the classes. Pay for the classes, invest in the education, and then you know. You know, I don't think it's fair to say that everybody else can get these really cool colors in their hair, and then people who have locks or natural hair, you just can't get it. And you just have to stay with a black color. When people like to express themselves, it can be done. You just have to take the courses and you have to educate yourself on color all the way down to the chemical process. Me personally, I've spent probably over $600 on multiple color courses. And so that's how you start to get good, when you keep taking more courses and more education. But to just say, don't do it, don't ever color your hair, That's crazy. And then for people who are like, your hair is black, yeah, I had brown and then I'd cut it, and then it grew, and then I cut it, and then I cut it off because it got too long. But it didn't break off. You can't just bleach your hair and then think that it's gonna fall off. I had to cut mine off over a period of years. So yeah, anyway, invest in your education. And with the color retouch, he said you got to be really careful with the color retouches. Okay, you might need to be careful if you're doing your own color retouch because you can't see. That's the whole problem with doing your own hair. You can't see what's back there. But for licensed cosmetologists who are taking courses and they keep educating themselves, you know we have a certain consistency of bleach. You pick it up in a certain way and you place it on a certain way, and you don't cross over the line of demarcation. So whenever we bleach the hair, it's going to be virgin hair every time we do a color retouch. So why would a color retouch be unhealthy? It would be more healthy than bleaching at the ends, because this hair is brand new, hasn't experienced any damage, and it's hot, so it's going to take really fast. So you can actually get, if you want to get that super light blonde, this hair right here, short hair, that's why you always see them getting platinum blonde, because it's easy for them to be platinum blonde with short hair. So the easiest bleach is at the root, and we all should know that you're only going to apply 20 volume to the scalp. You can't apply anything higher than 20 volume to the scalp. So that hair is actually having a lower volume on it. I get most of my advice from hairstylists who've been doing hair for many, many years. That's where I get my advice. That's where I get the education. Just pay for the education. You know, you got a lot of people unlicensed just trying stuff because it looks easy. It appears easy. You watch a YouTube video, it's done really fast. It just appears like it's super easy. But really, there's a lot more to it. And you should really just ask people who've been doing it for years. Like, that's what you should really be doing. So anyway, I just, wanted to make that video. I'm not hating, be an influencer, make your money, not hating, but I love doing color on my clients who follow my directions. Their hair is beautiful. One client, I told her how to take care of her color, and her hair was more moisturized after I colored her than before I ever put color on it. Because people aren't washing their hair like they should be, and they're not going in there with that conditioner. So that's why their hair is dry. So yeah, anyway, that was my little rant.